Alright, like I said, I figured it out. So a 15-30 second drill bit is the closest. I've gone ahead and cleaned these out. But just so you see, if you got your resin in there, your EA 9324, you start starting to drilling. Sorry. There you go. Holes cleared. Your M12 125. Boop. Scooting boops. Let me go ahead and get this caliper set up on the fixture, on its knuckle and stuff, and then we can go from there. I've got a nice little bracket right here, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to punch a hole in it using the same drill bit, and then that way we can at least mount one spot and start angling the dangle. So hey, stay tuned. Alright, well, problem. So this looks like it's sitting really well in here. Turn the little flashlight on. It's actually sitting pretty well for following that wear lip around. The bottom actually could, now that I see it in the light, could come out a little more. Again, we're just trying to eyeball engineer this. You know, it's just, you know, crucial braking system. Here's the pain in the ass part right here. So you can see there's plenty of clearance in here, but the pads are too tall. So that's going to cause uneven wearing, obviously. And then the only thing I can really do at this point is modify the pads. I mean, that, to me, at least, seems to be the better of the options. Again, still not super happy how the seals are sitting in there, which really they're not. But you can also see how far off the holing is now. And again, this was I was trying to see if we could get away with just doing a one-hole kind of dealio. And again, it's not that far off, man. Like, that's like, if I could even cap screw that if I pulled this out just enough to clearance for a cap screw. But if I do that, then I really yank the pads out of the damn way. So it's, and then of course the wear mark back here is way off. So that's, again, I'm trying to make sure, maintain the pads, because they float a little bit. They're not super definite. That's why I just pushed this here, and then that's where this sits now, like thick. So there's still that little bit of fudge factor in there. Thanks Porsche, Volkswagen, Bravo, whatever. 18Z. But like I said, this is front left, and we're gonna work at it. I know a lot of people are really talking, trying to convince me to use the 390mm GTR rotors, but Jesus, the front rotors alone are almost as much as the stupid whole front end swap that I have here. Again, I got these from a good friend of mine for free. They were sitting in the corner of a shop. The knuckles cost me, because these are VR4 knuckles, I think it was like, what, $100, maybe 150 for the pair. No bearings, so I bought new hubs, because they're all one piece, four bolt in hubs. And then of course the super expensive ass caliper that probably won't be able to be used. But those are, from what I know, those are like dampers to help with the pulsation and vibrations in the pads and shit when you step on them. So I'm going to see about modifying a set of brake pads. Obviously I'm going to have to mark it out, and then I'm probably going to use a Dremel or something, maybe even a mill. Dremel probably, because that's what I have available. And then Dremmeling the pad, it's got to be past the rotor mount here. I'm still not opposed to doing offset bushings to maybe try to help that. But again, there's, I'm gonna, sorry, I'm retarded. So there is in this 1, 2, 3 washers worth of washers, and I'm just going by the guide pin side to side, and they are looking relatively close. Probably if I could find a thinner washer to go in there. But now you see the problem that I'm going to face is that's like, I don't know, 3/16 thick. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna run a 3/16 thick caliper adapter. There is absolutely no freaking way. So what's probably gonna happen is this lug is gonna get shaved back, machined back, and then you're gonna have the 3/8 steel adapter to bolt in between here and down here. Because again, we're so close, just like half a hole off. Like it's almost silly. But again, the stupid fasteners that I have found, no shoulder, all thread, they're like $6 each. Not a huge thing, but with 2 of them, which I only need 2 for lower or upper, whichever one goes, it's friggin' gosh dang $12 to ship them, man. Like the shipping is actually more expensive than the part itself. It's nuttier than squirrel turds, I'm telling you. But again, guys, thanks for sticking with me and try to figure out how to, do big brakes on a budget. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then I'm gonna do the full teardown on that one, so you can see exactly how much of a pain in the ass Rock Auto's made it for me. Because you got to drill these little pins out here, little roll pins. Got to drill those out so you can knock these pins out, which are the guide pins on the inside. And then you got to obviously pull your bleeder screw, pull the crossover tube, which is on the bottom here. And then you have to pull all the piston seals, pistons. But that should be relatively easy. All you do to normally blow the pistons out, and as long as they're firm but not, you can hook up air to this here, either thread in a brake line with flared in the end so you can just, or you can put a little thing on here, zip tie, and then just pressurize it, and then it should force all the pistons to just pop out. A little trick I learned way back in the day. If you're trying to do caliper rebuilds, pressurize it with air and they pop out. Or if it's still installed on the vehicle, you can pull your brake pads and rotor off, and then just sit there and just mash your brakes till you hydraulically push them out of their bores. Either way, six and done. Six in one, a half dozen of the other. There you go. But you have questions, I'll try to find you answers. Till then, later.